The one thing investors are always trying to improve on their properties is their cash flow. If that's what you're looking for, then this video is for you. We're gonna go over the 5 different strategies that you can use to increase cash flow and decrease your costs, and it's all gonna start right after this. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Kendrick Blanchard, a real estate agent with Oliver & Associates, servicing London, St. Thomas, and the surrounding area. It would mean so much if you can help me out by liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification button to stay updated on all future content. And if you want a buyer's or seller's guide, just comment that down below and I'll give you access to it. Let's get started. Number 1 on this list is rental increases. Now you may be thinking, if I increase my rents, I'll be able to have more cash flow from my property, which is very true if your property has been recently vacated. In the instance that it has, you'll want to do market research to make sure you can get full market value and ensure that the property is in great condition so that you can attract top level tenants. Now, if you have existing tenants on the property, I strongly recommend looking into the law in terms of what constitutes a legal rent increase. Currently, the projected rent increase for Ontario in 2022 is 1.2%, and there can be serious fines if you decide to overcharge your tenants. So this is just something to be mindful of. Now, for those who are thinking, no worries, I'll just wait until my tenants leave to increase my rent. The cost of home ownership is substantially increasing, and it's making it a lot harder for those who could only afford to rent to get into the housing market, which means that your tenants are likely to be around for a while. It's important to remember that as an investor that this is a business, and it needs to operate as one. If there's an opportunity to increase rents or generate additional income, then it's worth looking into and should be considered. Number 2, adding amenities and doing upgrades. There's a few things you can do to add value to the home to get you top dollar. Let's start with laminate flooring. And I say this because it looks great, it's durable, and conceive of the cost of having the carpets cleaned every time a tenant vacates the property. You could add a patio, a dishwasher, a deep freezer, just things that the tenants are looking for to fit their lifestyle. Some additional things to consider, especially in neighborhoods that are a little rougher, is to provide additional safety measures, such as security systems, cameras for the tenants' use, and keyless entries, which is great because you won't have to change the locks when someone moves out. You just change the code and you're good to go. By providing a level of safety and security, it's going to help you keep costs down and help with finding great tenants that feel safe in your home. Number 3 is creating additional revenue sources. Opportunities to create revenue varies broadly and just kind of depends on the type of property that you have. It could be adding things like a vending machine, coin-operated laundry, a shed or storage site. In places like Toronto, you can charge extra for parking, but of course it just comes down to supply and demand. Another great idea is to add additional dwelling units to a home. An example of this is when I lived in Toronto. I lived in an older home was converted into 3 separate units with 1 shared entrance. The basement was a 1-bedroom unit, the main floor was a 4-bedroom unit, and the upstairs was its own 3-bedroom unit. Keeping things simple, you could turn your basement or second level into a dwelling unit by building fire separation, a kitchen, a bathroom, a bedroom, and generate additional income upwards of $1,300 a month for a 1-bedroom alone here in London. Number 4, decreasing your operating costs. Making improvements to the property that increases the appeal but also decreases your cost is a great approach. I recommend getting things like a high-efficiency furnace, high-efficiency toilets, LED lights, a gas stove, and anything that is going to increase the overall efficiency of your home to decrease your costs. Another way is by installing separate utility meters on your dwelling units and being able to charge your tenants directly for the usage, which for hydro alone can save you upwards of $150 a month. Now, you may have to drop rent on your end a little bit by having utilities excluded, but in the long run, you're going to save a substantial amount of money, especially in the months that consume higher volumes. So something I definitely recommend looking into. And number 5, refinancing your property. I want to start off by saying that I am not a mortgage professional, and I recommend talking to your mortgage specialist to find the best options for you. Right now, we're seeing low interest rates of about 2%. So if your mortgage is currently at a rate of about 5%, it can be a good idea to renegotiate the terms. By doing this, you can save yourself 3% in interest charges on your mortgage, lowering your monthly payment, and having more money in your pocket. Not only can the refinance get you better lending terms, but you could also use the refinance's ability to acquire another rental property. And I want to highlight and say that it's important to use and speak with a qualified professional so they can give you the best options and save you money in the long run. I work closely with a few really great mortgage brokers, and I'd be happy to connect you with someone should you need it. I hope this video was super helpful and has given you some ideas and strategies that you can use today to decrease your costs and have more cash flow in your property. It would mean so much if you could help me out by liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification button to stay updated on all future content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.